Hello, I'm Alexandra J. Johnson. Welcome to Food 101, how to feel empowered around food and fuel your awesomely authentic life. So food, it's a big one for many of us. And I have been studying nutrition for the last 20 years. I've been a health coach for 15 years, massage therapist, private trainer. So food and the body has been really a big passion of mine for a long time. Also, probably one of my biggest struggles. I've really struggled in my 20s with overeating, emotional eating, and body image. I just think it's so important, especially for women, that we really have an empowered relationship around our food. And it's so dynamic and complex, and all of us have our own journey, but hopefully in this class, my intention is that you feel more empowered around food, that you feel that you love this body that you're in, and that you fuel your life so that you can be who you're here to be. So that is Food 101, the intro, and now let's dive into our top 10 big ideas. Number one big idea is your relationship food. In this idea, we're going to explore your relationship with food, where you've been, where you currently are, and where you want to be in the future. Big idea number two is cravings and trigger foods. We will explore cravings and triggers and how we navigate those cravings and what we can do to feel more in control around our cravings and triggers. Big idea number three is primary and secondary foods. We'll explore primary foods, which is the foods that you actually eat every day. And then we'll also explore secondary foods, the other things that nourish us, like a spiritual practice, movement, healthy relationships. Big idea number four is food journaling and mindful eating. We will talk about how to do food journaling and then also some simple mindful eating practices. Big idea number five is what not to eat or limit. And we'll talk about what not to eat. There's so many different diets out there. There's so many experts, and we'll just kind of narrow it down to what most people say are the things that you should avoid. Big idea number six is what to eat. What should you eat on a day-to-day basis? Again, we'll look at a lot of different diets and then also come back to what is everyone essentially saying. Hint, it's usually more vegetables. Big idea number seven is to clean out and crowd out. We'll talk about cleaning out your kitchen, and we'll also talk about how you can crowd out some of that junk food and the food that's not working for you and create a more nutrient-dense diet. Big idea number eight is enjoyment is important and seeing food as a spiritual practice. So we'll talk about why it's important to enjoy your food and that healthy food can taste really tasty. And then we'll also look at how food can be a spiritual practice. How you eat is how you live. So we'll explore that more in detail. Big idea number nine is bio-individuality and experiment. Bio-individuality is we are all different. We all have different bodies. We have different constitutions, different genes, and no one diet is going to work for everybody. So we'll explore that, what is unique to you. And then we'll also talk about experimenting, being willing to experiment. Don't get locked down in the dogma of certain diets. Big idea number 10 is weight and body image. So we'll talk about weight and body image and how we can navigate that so that we can really feel good in our body. Big idea number 11 is kids' food. I will talk about what I do for my two children and kind of my food philosophy around kids. And I'm very passionate about this one, so we will dive into what I feed my kids and how I view food for them. All right, so that is our top 11 big ideas. Let's jump into big idea number one.